Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a pretty interesting one. It's an audiobook, The Tenant, by Freida McFadden.
Oh yeah, she's huge in the domestic thriller space.
Exactly, a bestseller. And the premise, well, we've got the description here, and it really sets a scene, doesn't it?
It really does. It starts with something, quite relatable. Blake Porter, he's just been fired. He's worried about his mortgage.
Hmm.
Pretty common financial stress.
Right, real world stuff. So what does he do? He decides, okay, I'll rent out a room in my brownstone. Seems like a practical solution.
The very practical solution. And then Whitney shows up.
Ah, yes, Whitney. The description paints her as, let's see, beautiful, charming, down to earth, basically the perfect tenant, right?
Sounds ideal. Too ideal, maybe, because the description immediately follows up with that question.
Right.
Or is she?
Mm-hmm. And that's the hook, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
where you feel that shift from, everyday problem solving to something else, something unsettling.
absolutely. It's classic domestic suspense. You take a normal situation, introduce someone or something that seems great, and then just slowly peel back the layers to reveal something darker underneath.
Yeah, it plays on that comfort zone being invaded.
Precisely. And the description hints at how this starts. It mentions the neighbors acting differently towards Blake.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would they change?
And then there's a smell of decay, it says, and strange noises at night.
Okay, decay, that's not subtle. That's definitely a red flag.
It is. But these aren't like direct attacks.
Yeah.
They're creepy, unsettling details that build atmosphere. They prey on Blake's mind, make him question what's happening in his own home.
It creates that psychological tension, right? Is it real? Is he imagining it? Is she doing it?
Exactly. And then comes, I think, a really crucial part of the setup. Blake starts to fear that his own secrets, his darkest secrets, are known.
Ooh, okay. So it's not just about her anymore. It's about him, too. His past is involved somehow.
Right. It raises the stakes massively. Suddenly, Whitney isn't just a potentially weird or dangerous tenant. She might be connected to something Blake has hidden.
What kind of secrets, though? I mean, the description doesn't say, does it? Could be anything. Financial trouble he didn't mention? Something darker.
And that ambiguity is powerful. It lets your imagination fill in the gaps. We start wondering what could be so bad that he's terrified of it coming out.
Yeah, definitely. And then you get that tagline, danger lives right at home.
And by the time Blake realizes it, it'll be far too late.
Whoa!
It gives you chills, right? And the last part, the trap is already set. That line, the trap is already set. It implies this isn't accidental. It feels very deliberate, very planned.
Like Whitney's arrival, maybe the whole situation was orchestrated. She didn't just happen to need a room.
That's certainly what it suggests. It makes you question everything that seems straightforward at the start. Was renting the room Blake's idea, or was he nudged towards it? Is Whitney the trapper, or maybe just bait?
Could be. Maybe the trap involves his secrets, like you said. Maybe that's the mechanism.
It's a fascinating setup. And knowing it's Freida McFadden, well, she has a reputation. #1 New York Times bestseller. Psychological, suspense, domestic thrillers, that's her wheelhouse.
Right. So you kind of expect twists. You expect things not to be what they seem. Her readers probably go in looking for that complexity.
Definitely. There's an expectation of misdirection, of reveals that change everything. And the setting, the home, is so key in these domestic thrillers. It turns a place you should feel safest into, well, the source of the danger.
Yeah, that vulnerability is amplified. So, okay, wrapping up this initial look, the core conflict seems pretty clear. Blake's in a tight spot, makes a decision.
Renting the room.
Right. And that decision invites this presence, Whitney, who might be much more than she appears, leading to these unsettling events.
And it all spirals into this fear about his own past secrets being exposed, possibly by her, and this sense that he's caught in a pre-laid trap.
So the big questions hanging in the air are, is Whitney dangerous? What are her real motives? What are Blake's secrets? And what is this trap? Who set it?
Lots to chew on. And the early reviews, the ones quoted, they seem to suggest the book delivers on that suspense.
Yeah, people calling it a page-turner, gripping, addictive, and several mentions of twists they didn't see coming.
Just when you think you know what's going to happen, the whole story changes. That kind of comment really highlights the author's skill in, keeping you off balance.
Definitely sounds like it keeps you guessing right till the end. And for the audiobook listeners, we know it's narrated by Will Dameron and Christine Helen Lakin. Good narration can make a huge difference in a thriller like this.
Oh, absolutely. Bringing that tension and those characters to life.
Yeah.
And, well, the audiobook exists. It's out there for people who want the full story.
So thinking about all this, Blake's desperation, Whitney's arrival, the weird happenings, the secrets, the tagline. It leaves us with a final thought for you listening.
Hmm. Considering this setup, what kind of trap do you think has been set for Blake? Is it purely psychological? Is it physical danger? Something financial? And how central do you think his own darkest secrets are going to be to springing that trap, or maybe even escaping it?
It really makes you wonder what's lurking beneath that seemingly perfect surface in the brownstone. Definitely sounds like a deep dive worth taking for thriller fans.